So what is a high vibrational diet? I'm Pollyanna Hale from thefitmumformula.com, and that's what I'm talking about today. Well, let's take a little step back in time for the moment, back to high school in your physics classes. Do you remember when you were learning about light and heat and colours and weights and movement, all that kind of thing, and you learnt that different things had different frequencies and vibrations, and that's what caused the different light spectrums and that kind of thing. So vibrations and frequencies as a thing do completely exist. We know that from a physics point of view. The question is, can it be applied to food? Well, hypothetically, again, yes, it can be applied to everything, solid, liquid and gas, and so that's going to include food as well. So food has vibrations, all solid objects have vibrations. But does that mean a high vibrational diet is good for you? Well, it's a slightly different concept actually, because it's not actually anything to do with the same kind of vibrations as when we're talking about light spectrums, for example. So if we look at a little blog I brought up here, high vibrational foods include organic fruits and vegetables, natural food-based supplements like spirulina and chlorella, herbal teas, herbs and spices, pure or filtered water, healthy oils like olive oil and coconut oil, nuts and seeds, fermented foods like kombucha and kimchi and sauerkraut, raw chocolate and raw sugars like coconut sugar and honey and maple syrup, legumes like beans and pulses, especially if they're sprouted, which means you put them in water and leave them for a little bit, and they literally do sprout slightly. It makes them slightly easier to digest for some people. And grains like buckwheat and brown rice, and quinoa and spelt. So if then we go on to the list of low vibrational foods, which are genetically modified foods, any foods that are not organic, caffeine, coffee, regular tea, sugars and sweeteners, alcohol, animal products of all sorts, dairy, microwavable foods. So basically, to summarise, high vibrational foods are very nutritious foods, low vibrational foods are less nutritional foods. Apart from the caveat, we might say, but I'm not going to go into the debate here, meat, fish, poultry and dairy products, because that's a completely separate topic. But on the whole, if you're eating very high vibrational foods, you will be eating lots of vegetables, ideally organic, local, seasonal, fresh, whole foods. And not being funny, who isn't going to feel great eating loads of those things and cutting down on things like chocolate, sugar, alcohol, processed foods, ready meals? Just that in itself is going to make you feel fantastic, and I've got nothing against eating buckets of those really healthy foods. And if you can afford it, go organic, go local, go seasonal, fresh, fair trade, all of that stuff. If you can afford it and if it's convenient to get down to your local farmer's market, please do. It's all great. But at the end of the day, if you have to pop to Tesco and get some budget broccoli and market value carrots, honestly, you're still doing a lot better than going for even the really expensive posh ready meals. So in summary, is there such thing as a high vibrational diet? Well, I don't know where they come up with this thing about the whole vibrations coming into it, but what's called a high vibrational diet? I would just call it really healthy food. The only bit where I would question it is where they're calling some foods low vibrational and unhealthy. And yes, some of them are common sense, like ready meals and pizzas and takeaways and junk food, but other things like meat, fish, dairy, if you can digest it, all of that stuff can be really healthy. Even coffee, it's got a lot of antioxidants in if you buy good quality coffee. So that's my summary of a high vibrational diet, really. I don't think it's a thing at all. I don't think you need to be concerned about. The key takeaways are: eat nutritious food, eat mindfully, don't eat too much, Try not to eat till you're completely stuffed all the time, but at the same time, don't be skipping meals and make yourself go starving hungry either. It's all pretty common sense stuff, really. So I hope that was helpful. A high vibrational diet is not something I'm going to be personally getting too worked up about at this moment in time. I hope that was helpful for you. That's Polly from thefitmumformula.com.